Hey guys, we got our first look here at Captain Marvel. So these photos came out yesterday, and I didn't do a video on them because everyone had done videos about them, but then everyone had so many comments to make up on them. I figured I'd give my 2 cents here to them. So it really is interesting to see here the different colors that they went to go with here. And then some people didn't like this costume, some people like this costume. And me, I'm kind of ambivalent to this costume. I don't really hate it, I don't really like it. Obviously the color is kind of a little bit off, kind of throwing me. I definitely can't wait to see what it looks like when it actually has the red and blue and purple and all that stuff, all the actual Captain Marvel costumes, colors and stuff. That'll make it look a lot different when we see that. But this colors look a little Power Rangers-ish to me. It looks kind of cheap. Looks very much, like I said, like a really kids show Power Rangers, like a Saturday morning cartoon Power Rangers look to us, and it really doesn't look too flattering whatsoever. I mean, the colors look really weird, but it being kind of the whole, creased style coloring, I think this looks kind of cool. For this, we got some other photos right here of her close up, kind of look cool and stuff. She has some sort of map here in her hand or something. It looks kind of interesting to see. I'm not sure really what it is. We get a closer look at the gauntlets. Oh, it looks pretty cool. Even the knuckles have some sort of covers on there. Everything looks pretty cool and interesting right there. Again, we get more of the green stuff, and it looks like you see her boots out there, and she has a map and stuff she's trying to go through. And it looks kind of interesting to see that. I like the way that things are going, a lot of silver and gray, and it reminds me of something seems very 90s. Like this, seems like this costume could be out of the 90s Flash show with John Wesley Shipp. Although Captain Marvel being there wouldn't make sense, but you get the idea. It looked like it was a character from that show, or from the 90s failed Super Justice League movies type thing. Those look kind of weird, or even along the lines of the Superman Lives Nicolas Cage Superman movie that was almost out there. So that kind of looks a little weird with that. It looks kind of interesting to see where things go with this. It could be fun to see how things go with this as a prototype costume. People are saying, maybe this is a prototype costume, maybe this is a CGI costume. Now, being a CGI costume, they'd have all kinds of dots on there, or they'd have something like that, like we've seen before with other characters, like with the other set photos for Avengers 4, which is interesting to see how this is the first photo we get released out there, although they probably have her final costume already made. She's probably even already worn it since she was filming in Avengers 4. We did see her. We didn't see her on set or anything. No photos came out of that, but we did get photos of her arriving at the airport with Chris Evans at the same time, and being near the set during the same time of filming. So we know she is in the movie. She should be in Avengers 4. So really it's going to be interesting to see where this comes from, what happens with this, and if Marvel was able to keep her costume completely hidden in Avengers 4, what did they do here to not hide it, and why didn't they release it? If this had been the official one, they would have released a photo before these came out, and this would have been nothing instead of doing this. So I think Marvel is doing something. They know what they're doing, and Kevin Feige knows exactly what he's doing when he has this costume right here, and why he's releasing it and why he's not blocking. I think they know exactly what they're doing because they have proof. They know how to hide things. They're very able to hide all kinds of characters and stuff. We didn't see anything of Vision until the trailers came out. Not much. I don't remember seeing any set photos of Vision for Age of Ultron. So there is a lot of possibilities to see where things go with that. Could be fun to see how this costume, what it means. It looks definitely like they're on Earth. Maybe she's just landing on Earth. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that and how things go with this. So it looks kind of interesting, this scene. And kind of when I first saw it, I thought that was, is that Michael Fassbender? But no, it's clearly not Michael Fassbender. But first glance going through these photos kind of fast, they look like him. So it was kind of interesting to see. Looks like in this scene she's maybe kind of squeezing his hand too hard, and he's kind of going down from it. He went to grab her or something, and maybe rob her or something, and she just grabbed him by the thumb and squeezing full strength, or grabbed him by the wrist, and it looks like she's grabbing his hand or maybe squeezing too hard. That looks really cool to see that. So it is interesting to see that. We do have some bit of a shortish, longish hair. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting the mohawk Captain Marvel or the super long hair Captain Marvel, so kind of a bit of an in-between. That's going to be interesting to see that. And again, you see her boots here, and it looks like she has some flops over there. So all in all, it looks kind of interesting. I mean, I like the idea, I like the way it looks a little bit, but like I said, the color is obviously off and a little weird, so we'll have to wait and see how things continue on with this. And then here we have a fan art photo where someone took that photo and added the right colors to it, and this is what I love. This one, I love this costume. I love the way this looks. I don't know if they're going to go with the red right here. I think that one looks a little different. Maybe there's going to be different shades of red and not have it all be the same color red throughout the whole thing. I think they're going to definitely do different reds, maybe a little darker on here and then lighter on the boots again, maybe lighter here, so different things, maybe different colors. But I think this is kind of a good gauge to where things are going to go with this costume, how things go. We'll have to wait and see where things go with this, and maybe since they're filming right now and maybe they're listening to this comments, maybe Kevin Feige's listening to things online. You got to think that someone's listening to that, and maybe they'll hear some of our comments and we'll try and change things. So really is interesting to see where things go with this. Definitely going to be a fun thing to follow along and watch out for more set photos as time goes on. See if we get other set photos right there. So I think this is really interesting to see, but I really don't think that this costume is maybe, the fact that this costume leaked out, I don't think it's an accident out there. Now, I don't think Marvel went out their way to actually let it out, throw it out there and gave it to people to say, hey, here, take this, go out. But the fact that they let set photos get released and they were able to keep her hidden from Avengers 4, we never saw her on set, we never saw her anywhere. That could be, that to me, this seems suspicious that why didn't we get set photos to Avengers 4? Maybe they were able to keep all that stuff inside and they had no choice but to do outside photos. But you think that they would build stuff, carry things around sets to kind of block them. I mean, there's been all kinds of photos. Remember was it Man of Steel or something? There was huge walls that they had built around the set, even when they were filming outdoors, just to hide stuff without stopping people from getting photos. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. And I think if they wanted to, they could have kept everyone out and they could have kept photos from getting leaked. But I think Marvel knows what they're doing when they're doing with this, or whatever the context of this costume is, doesn't matter, and that's why they're not worried about set leaks type thing, or they're letting this costume get out just to throw us off. So who knows what this means? I don't know. This is all just my speculation. We'll have to wait and see, but I definitely can't wait to see things go on as we get closer to this costume, and I'm pretty sure that we will have this costume. These are the photos we got released at San Diego Comic-Con. We've seen all kinds of stuff about this, and clearly they're going to do this. Marvel hasn't done a bad costume so far. So I think this might be the first time they've had any backlash to this costume, and then things are probably going to change as things go on and things continue on with this. So let me know what you think, guys, about these. What do you think about these photos? Do you think that this could be it? Do you think Marvel knows what they're doing with letting this photo get out? These photos get out there and this costume being revealed without doing an official reveal. Let me know what you think, guys, about this in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.